Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. Every day they're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Love. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover.
It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Sanders. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Right back to it. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Trojans will punt this one away.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Fair catch, called for and made. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Love. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Mayava. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man, it's Fields. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over. He has the next coach to break that ceiling. And
turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. What an explosive. Into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, and he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rodney had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right, you could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The play action fake. Under fire. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll move the tight end. On the direct snap, it's Love. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Love. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Makes the catch. It's Price. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going up top. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fields. And he's knocked down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy, I'm just going to take it.
Direct snap, it's Love. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Love. Fights off a defender. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. Bulldozes his way through. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking for room. It's Love. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Love. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Love. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
Dig deep.
On the direct snap, it's Bob. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. A little screen to the running back. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. On the move, he fires. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored it.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Lofts one high and deep. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Let's go. Back to pass, it's Mayava. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, but I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And down he goes back at the 3. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up on tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's locked. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass, make the QB take off, and then get a stick on him, play physical, got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play.
Sends it downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On the direct snap, it's Love. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any...
Trying to get behind the defense. Brings it in down the left side. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Love. Running to Green. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Love. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Coleman.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jules Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Maiava. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in...
Makes the grab on the right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and
throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Tight end now in motion. On the direct snap. It's Love. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the direct snap, it's Carr. Bring him the heat. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Irish send out the punt unit. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get...
He's got it down the left. Right down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Snap before the end of the quarter. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Love. Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Irish! Great job by the back on the option.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they did tack on the extra point. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Shoots it to the left. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. At the 45 on his way. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 20.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Under fire. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And he had just enough to will that one home. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw. It's Fox. Looking left. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Pulls it in down the sideline. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the back. He wants to throw it again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the grab at the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Trojans are on the move. The inside handoff. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Looking downfield, it's Fox. Quarterback moving. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bob. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight. Taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 25. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Love. Next, going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points points and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 2 over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Scanning the field, it's Fox. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Picked off to stop the threat. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the direct snap, it's Bob. Brings him to the open. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. He's going for it all. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Love. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Fox. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Takes it the other way. And he